You know her as Judge Jeanine Pirro, but she is now a badass lawyer in the District of Columbia. She is the interim U.S. attorney, and if you're a lawbreaker, you better watch out because she's coming for you. But before we get into the story, please like, share, and join Explain America. We appreciate your support for our common sense journalism. Now, Jeanine Pirro, she's been a firebrand on Fox News for years. I ran into her a few times. She's just as much a pistol in real life as she is on camera. And she is no nonsense. She is not kidding about enforcing the law. And it doesn't matter who you are in the entire U.S. government. If you're a high-ranking official or you're just a staff member or a low-level government employee, she wants you to obey the law. Now, she just recently revealed something that is disturbing because Washington, D.C., it's the heartbeat, it's the central nexus of all our laws in the federal government. I'm not talking about our state laws, but our federal government. And we have immigration law on the books. And it's not a suggestion. It is a law. And that means you have to enforce it. But for some reason, heavy blue cities like Washington, D.C., they just refuse to enforce the law. And this is a huge problem that's been going on in our system for a long time. And this idea of a sanctuary city, well, it's just a lawless city. You might as well call it an anarchy city. It's unacceptable and it's ridiculous. Well, Jeanine Pirro posted a video recently exposing that on the D.C. grounds in Washington, D.C., specifically the White House, there is a gardener who's been deported 4 times, and she's being blocked from deporting him. This is unimaginable and unacceptable. And it's just, let's watch Jeanine Pirro talk about this.
Hi, Jeanine Pirro here, U.S. Attorney in Washington, D.C. I just want to invite you into my day to let you in on a little interesting case. We have an individual who is a 4-time deportee. That means he's been deported 4 times. He's also an aggravated felon. Many felony convictions, that's why he was deported. But he managed to make it back. He is, in fact, working on Capitol Hill. He's not only working on Capitol Hill, he is working outside and apparently is involved working the grounds as a gardener or something. So we, with ICE, have been trying to arrest the individual. We are not allowed to go on Capitol Hill to make an arrest. We've been told that we're not allowed to do that. So ICE has been waiting for 8 hours to arrest this individual, and we're coming to the end of his shift, and he goes inside and suddenly he's not available for an arrest. Now, ain't that swell? Here we are in the nation's capital fighting for truth and justice, and they're making sure that the illegals with criminal backgrounds get to stay.
So Pirro obviously is absolutely right. She has all the authority in the world to start legal proceedings to get all illegal aliens, people who do not have permission to be in the United States, back to their home countries. This is not xenophobic or mean or anything else like that. You have to have a rule of law in a country. We have the right to define our political community. We have the right to decide who is American and who is not American, just like China has every right to decide who's Chinese and who's not Chinese, and the same for the Russians. And you cannot just show up in those countries and work without getting on the government radar. And, enough is enough. We have to enforce our laws. And if people want to work in this country, they're more than welcome to apply legally to come into this country. Sure, we need a lot of workers and jobs, but this sort of 2-tier, class system that the Democrats have actually furthered, where they have imported an underclass from poor countries around the world, and it's really harmful to those people too because they're supposedly in the shadows. Well, the Democrats' so-called solution to this is just to legalize them so they can get tens of millions of voters in their minds. And this is a scheme that is completely gross, it's sickening, and it's unacceptable. So We have to have a rule of law. We have to have law and order. And Jeanine Pirro, she's on the right side of this. So if you have any thoughts about the story, please like, share, and join Explain America. We'd love to hear from you.